Hello there, Pisces. How's it going, you guys? It's time for your reading. My name is Kelly. I'll be doing the read. Hope you guys are having a good day. Sitting here enjoying my coffee. All right, well, let's get right into it here and see what's going on. All right, get the old runes out here. Okay, got to get my chair just right. Sometimes Shadow likes to lay too close to the chair, and I'm really leery about moving it all of a sudden because it could be too close. What's going on with Pisces? Pertho. You know, Pertho, Pisces, I haven't done the short yet. I haven't done the Rune of the Day yet, but this is going to be it. But Pertho is talking about the unknown. And a lot of times when Pertho comes up, it could be something like in your head. It's kind of like a swords card. You know how the swords, it's all, the thoughts. But this is something kind of sort of unknown. Yeah, that's the meaning of it. When it's in the upright though, like that, it is in the upright, so it's not as, bad as you think. So that's good. So whatever it is that you're worried about, it's not as bad as you think. I don't think. What's going on with Pisces? Lagoose. Yeah, see, look at that. Lagoose is really good energy here, Pisces. Lagoose is, this is like flowing water, okay? It's like going with the flow. And most importantly, Lagoose is talking about using your intuition and having that in there. So you may not actually know everything here, Pisces. You're probably up in your head about something, and you may not know everything, but you have really strong intuition right here. Lagoose in the upright talks about your intuition and going with the flow and flowing, letting the river take you to where it needs to take you. So although, like I say, you may not know something here, but you definitely got a good idea with that Lagoose right there. What else is going on with Pisces? Othala. The family rune. And somebody mentioned this to me too, Pisces. It's a really good call too. Othala talks about the family. It does. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like a family. It could be a really close friend that you feel so close to. It could be like family. You know what I mean? And it could be a best friend. Yeah. So, it could be something like that. But Othala is generally, a family rune. And when it's in the upright, it's pretty good. You could be spending time with family or, very, very close friend. So that's kind of a happy rune in the upright. Yeah. The meaning of Othala is inheritance. It's like what we inherit from our ancestors. That could vary from anything from, eye color to, to money. But if it was talking about any type of money or any type of inheritance, Othala doesn't talk about money. It talks more about property. What's going on with Pisces? Ingwas, very positive rune. Very positive rune. Yeah, so it looks like a really good day, you know. Spending time with family or close friend. And Ingwas is very, it's procreative energy. It can also be sexual energy as well. But it's whatever it is, it's very positive and it's moving you forward. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is also Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with somebody with Aquarius in their chart. Doesn't have to be. Can be any sign, but I'm just seeing a lot of Aquarius. I see Aquarius here with Lagoose, and I'm looking at Ingwas with Aquarius there. What else is going on with Pisces? Tiwaz. Tiwaz is moving forward, all right? I like it here. It's touching Pertho. See, there's something unknown here that's going to move you forward. Yeah, there's something here that's going to move you forward, Pisces. See this? This is a victory. This is an unknown victory. That's what this is. This is something that you don't see. But at the same time, it has to do with your intuition. There's something here that you kind of sort of know, but you really don't know. Because this is talking about the unknown. And this is talking about your intuition and going with the flow. This is talking about moving forward with your life and some sort of victory, you know, having some sort of victory, some sort of justice or victory. This is kind of like this, you know, just kind of like the way I'm looking at the runes, it just kind of, this feels like justice. Yeah. What's going on with Pisces? Gable. Well, very good rune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now Gable can talk about gifts and blessings. It can also talk about love. Like maybe somebody here loves you. I can't really tell yet. But you know, this is really kind of good. This is somebody else's energy, but we share the same energy. It's just it's different for them. The energy affects us both, but it affects us differently. What else is going on with Pisces? Hagelez. Wow. So Hagelez is Leo energy, Pisces. Could be dealing with a Leo. It could, like I say, it could be any sign, but Hagelez talks about, Hagelez is kind of like the Tower card. Okay, this is part of our energy, but it's affecting us differently. This is more in the head over here. This is more of like, kind of like worried about some sort of impending danger or something. I feel that this is up here for something. I don't know why. But I feel kind of like you're up in your head. But the good news is you've got the intuition here, so yeah, you're going with it. You're going with the flow. You're coming out ahead. This is a victory. This other person over here, this could be like somebody else in your energy that's going through a hard time or something shocking happened to them, or this rune here reminds me of like the Tower card. So yeah, so whoever this person is, they're maybe not necessarily going through, this doesn't necessarily have to be really negative. I mean, it's just that there's something shocking going on within this person. You know, I see a positive rune here next to it, you know, Gabo. And Gabo is, you know, a blessing or some sort of a gift. What's going on with Pisces? Elhaz. Or Algiz. Well, you know, whoever this person is, they're protected. They're definitely protected. Or they could feel entitled. Maybe somebody feels entitled. But you know, I don't really necessarily feel that entitlement here. I just feel mainly that this Hagel is somebody's kind of this could be fear or something. What's going on? Thoracicis. That's weird. So Thoracicis is talking about, it's in the upright. It's like, you know, impending danger, being, you know, very, very much so on the defensive side. So you're being very, very defensive. This reminds me of the Queen of Swords. You know how the Queen of Swords is. I mean, she don't play. She puts up boundaries. You know, this could be, we're going to have to pull more runes out. But this, I feel that, you know, whatever you're worried about, you have a good cause to be worried about. I do. But, you know, the thing is, though, is you see Algiz right here, or Elhaz. You see it right here. This is also, we share this rune here. So, you know, and indeed, we ourselves are protected right here. We're protected. See, it's touching this rune. This is protection. That's why this is not like that. Yeah. If this was like that, that would be kind of a little bit more grim. That'd be, you know. But yeah. So, well, even if it was like that, the rest are pretty positive. So it would just be a little bit more uncomfortable. But yeah, you're protected, Pisces. There's something here that, you know, there's something here in this energy of something, you know, something that is toxic that you're protecting yourself from. Let's see. Let's get some more cards. Let's get some cards. Some more cards. I haven't got any cards yet. Well, let's get some cards. What's going on with Pisces? The Nine of Swords. Ooh, ow. Owie. Yeah, and see, what the deal is here, Pisces, is, you know, and I really like these cards because they add so much more with the runes in them. But, you know, like the Nine of Swords is pain. I mean, that doesn't look like a very happy, you know what I mean? And the swords are things in your head, you know, in your head, what you're thinking. See, you could be thinking the worst here, but it's not. You're protected, but you're worried about this. This is the difficult situation right here. This right here is a very difficult situation. That's a thorn. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like we're in the middle of a bunch of thorns, but we're protected from them. There's like a shield around there, so we can still move around freely with this. But this is, you see the runes down here is talking about money and, you know, and going with the flow, and it's got urus on there twice. Okay, so that's telling me to, with Isa is talking about making sure that you're, you know, getting your rest. And it's also it just looks to me like altogether, I don't want to get into, but it's talking like you're worried about everything. You know, you're worried about your future, you're worried about your money, you're worried about your stability. And some of you could be worried about something starting, you know, a new beginning, something about, you know, it just looks like you're worried about everything pretty much about your future. Especially when I see Pertho there in this very difficult situation. Why is the Nine of Swords there? Why is the Nine of Swords there? The eight of Cups. Well, see, now this is good. See, whatever this painful situation is here, you see, you're walking away from it. You're walking away from it. You're like, peace, I'm out. Yeah. So, you know, and I feel that this is something, you know, painful, you know, that you have to walk away from. Whatever it is, you know. And, you know, I kind of see right here, you know, Leguse, Leguse talks about flowing, you know, flowing away, you know, kind of like flowing away, going with flow, flowing out of there, flowing away, leaving, walking away. What else? Why else is the Nine of Swords there? The Magician. This is a major arcana here. This is kind of like a big deal, Pisces. Yeah, it's a big deal. Well, look at that. That's a big deal right there. You know, this is a big deal. But the good news here is the Magician can manifest. You've got the strength to manifest whatever whatever you're doing here. You're going to be able to manifest. It looks like you walked away. This could be, I don't know what the timeline here would be for everybody. It could be different for everybody, but you know, it looks to me like whatever you walked away from, you've got everything that you need. You have the tools, and you know, and everything to just move on. Yeah. Something that you walked away from for sure. What else? What else is going on with Pisces? Wow, you got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is kind of like somebody wanting something from you, or people wanting something from you. The thing is here, Pisces, you know, this card is talking about standing your ground because you've got the upper hand. Okay? You're up on the hill. You're up on the hill and you've got the upper hand. Now, I'm looking at Ingwas and I'm looking at, wow, yeah, it's right here. I'm looking at Ingwas and I'm looking at Alges in reverse. This is like, you know, or Elhaz, Alges. This is being very, very defensive. And that's what I see on this card in reverse. This is being defensive. This is talking about, and Ingwas this is Ingwas. Another way of showing Ingwas is a square, and that's the square. You probably can't see it on there, but and that is procreative energy. I mean, you have the upper hand here. You know, you need to stand your ground. It looks like you already are. You could be standing your ground. What else is going on with Pisces? Why is the Seven of Wands there? Well, you got the King of Swords. The King of Swords. See, the King of Swords is like authoritarian or like some authority figure, or, you know, or it's talking about clarity, you know. You know, I see Lagoose right here. This is clarity. This is having a very clear mind, just like the King of Swords here. And this is, you know, this is standing your ground and using your intuition. Like I said, Pisces, you don't know everything here. You don't know everything here, but you got really good intuition, and that's what this is. It's kind of like guiding you. Well, I can kind of tell that this month here is going to be a month of, you know, of intuition for sure. But this is very positive. Yeah. What else is going on with Pisces? Let's get one more card on that. Seven of Wands. Yeah, the Page of Swords. So yeah, this is talking about clarity. It's talking about having the clarity and the knowledge. Like I said, you know, this is the Page of Swords is a student, you know, and so you know, you could be learning something, you could be learning things, but the main thing here is you got the clarity and the intuition to stand your ground. Yeah, and that's exactly what you're doing. That's for sure. Look at this, Pisces. Bottom of the deck, I just kind of looked. The ten of Wands, and this particular Ten of Wands is awesome because look at, this is what you don't see. See, this is something you don't know. You see, look at, you're carrying a heavy load. But you see all these wands? They're disappearing. This is actually the Ace of Wands. This is actually the Ace of Wands. It is. Yeah. So I like that. That's good. What else? What else is going on with Pisces? Oh, you have the Six of Swords. See, you're moving forward. You're moving into calmer water. Yeah. This stream, or whatever this is, has left you, that you've flowed down, has brought you out to this, and now you're moving forward into calmer water. Yeah. Which is really in itself a victory, isn't it? See, right there, moving into calmer water. Why is the Six of Swords there? The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Yeah. So, you know, Pisces, this is like some sort of, you know, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, moving forward into calmer waters. And I really like that. I really do. You know, it hasn't been easy, okay? It hasn't been easy. I see Barcana there too. Barcana is a new beginning. It's a new beginning. Some sort of new beginning. You know, Barcana could be in talk about issues of the family. But like I say, you know, when I say family, it could be a very close friend. You know, it really could be. But this is some sort of emotional fulfillment and moving forward. Yeah. What else? Let's get one more card for that. Wow. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is setting up boundaries, Pisces. This is having boundaries. Look at this. See? And now I'm noticing this, the King and Queen, you know. Yeah, this could be like something fresh with somebody as well. This could be, this is, like I say, this could be, this is procreative energy. It definitely is. But I don't really see much because I don't see them in the same row, but you know, they kind of go like this. Somebody hurt you for sure. You walked away from it. You got the ability here, you know, you got all the tools to move yourself out. You got to stand your ground, use your intuition and your clarity. You might not know everything, but you're gonna probably find something out. You're moving into calmer water and emotional fulfillment, and you're setting up boundaries. I like it. That looks good to me. It does. Let's get one of these cards out here. Wow. Now that one wanted to for sure come out. All right. Expect powerful change, Pisces. Expect powerful change. I mean, this is a major arcana. And, you know, this is the Magician. You know, you have all the tools. You're going to do it. This is a victory. What else? Meditate and contemplate. Full moon and new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. All right, Pisces. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to get here into the extended readings now. We're going to pull some warm runes out. Get a little bit more in depth. So Pisces, these are called the warm runes. They're from Ireland and Scotland, before it was actually Ireland and Scotland. And these date back to around the Roman Empire or a little before then. And what's going on with Pisces? Julian, elbow. Julian, yeah. See how it's kind of shaped like an elbow? Yeah. Let's get another one here. What's going on with Pisces? Ewan, the vine, Ewan. All right, let's go one more. What's going on with Pisces? On, right on, right on. that sounded funny. All right, so let's see what this is talking about. Okay, so Yulian is one of the newer runes, and I say newer, I'm talking like maybe 500, 600 years, maybe less. Anyway, the meaning, of course, is elbow. This is Yulian, all right, and it has a corresponding trees. It's got two corresponding trees. It's got honeysuckle or beech, all right. And the meaning of this particular card is endurance, change, pursuing the dreams, private thoughts, and revealing secrets. See, like I said, see the Page of Swords is a student. So you could be finding things out. Yeah. Let me see here. Yulian symbolizes the constant change in life and our courage to express ourselves during these changes. Honeysuckle and beech tree are both known for their strength and sturdiness. Honeysuckle tree is a tree that can overcome obstacles and reach heights with its climbing stems, and this represents the effort we make to achieve our dreams. Beech symbolizes determination and endurance with its sturdy structure and long lifespan. Yulian emphasizes our determination to pursue our dreams and achieve our goals even in difficult times. And all you got to do, Pisces, is just stand your ground and use your intuition. Put your boundaries up. Boundaries are good, for sure. Let's get over here to Muin. Let's see what's going on here with Muin. All right, there's Muin. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is kind of weird. Muin is talking about wife. Let's see what this is. Neck. Yeah, neck and love. And it says wife here too. In really funny letters. That's why I had a hard time kind of making it out. But this is the vine tree, right? And what it means is goals to be realized. Persuasion, celebration, relaxing, and seeing results. Muin perfectly symbolizes the metaphor, you reap what you've sown. Now's the time to have fun, rest, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Vine raises the voice of your consciousness and represents creative inspiration and a relaxed, altered consciousness and the strength to reveal truths. It ripens our thoughts just as grapes turn into amazing wines. It also represents deceit, delusion, or denying the truth. So remember, Pisces, to verify any information that you receive and be careful before acting on any information or advice given to you. So make sure that you double check all your facts and stuff. Don't just take things for granted. The thing is, it's funny that would come up like that because, to be quite honest with you, I mean, if this was anybody else's reading, I would say yeah. But we're Pisces, and this Lagoose here is talking about using our intuition, and that's exactly what we're doing. So as long as that's happening, everything's going really good. All right, now, and I still mean that. It's just like, but what I meant by that is like other sun signs aren't as in tune, psychically, as us Pisces. You know what I mean? There's other signs that are quite psychic as well, but generally speaking, Pisces have that kind of intuition built into them, so that most signs don't. So let's get over here to On. On is like a sexual energy. It could be. So is Ingwas. Let me find On here. Oh, I know I'm getting close. There we go. Yeah. See, this is definitely sexual energy, and this can be sexual energy as well. Could be. It's procreative energy. And the meaning of on, it's the ash tree. It could be the ash tree or the ghost tree. It's got two corresponding runes. But the meaning of this is spiritual paths. So, there could be a lot of spirituality, and movement, This is movement, forward movement. And it's also talking about sexuality. So, it's talking about to go what you want, Go for what you want. Yeah. Now, this can also, if it's not sexuality or anything like that, Pisces, it could be an actual journey that you could be embarking on, because this is kind of like talking about a wagon wheel. The wagon wheel. And so it's talking about, a journey or moving. This could also be talking about moving into a new house. Okay? So, yeah. This card means a lot. So whichever one resonates the most is probably the one for you. Somebody could be moving into a house or at least, wanting to move into a new house. And then others, this could be sexual energy. All right, so what else? I'm going to grab some shadow cards. We got to do those. Whoops. Wow, that one just fell right out. So I'm going to pull it. No discipline. No discipline. Challenging to stay focused, motivated, and take action, leading to feeling stuck. So make sure that you keep moving forward, Pisces. I like these shadow cards. They make us think, It's just kind of like laying right below the surface. And that one fell out too. Let's see what this one says. Mysterious shift. Mysterious shift. Personal growth can happen quickly and in ways you may not initially understand. Yeah, you initially don't understand. This is something you don't know. But everybody needs that good shift. This is a powerful shift. It's a good shift. What else is going on with Pisces? Defensive. Unconscious resistance to facing unresolved issues. Explore them with curiosity. Yeah, I see you doing that. Could be finding things out. Because there's something here you don't know. But that's a reason. There's something over here that's toxic, something that was toxic. And you walked away from it. Yeah. Well, let's get one of these cards. I like these cards. These are nice. These are the nice ones. What's going on with Pisces? Rejuvenate yourself, Pisces. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself and you have full permission to rest and say no. Yeah. See what I mean? Yeah. Know your limitations. Set those boundaries. What else? Embodiment. Embodiment. Now is the time to make your mark in this world. You decide what feels right to you. Embody your leadership power and create your world with your deepest desires. Wow, what an awesome card. What's going on with Pisces? Raise the bar. Raise the bar. When you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create a space for new levels and joy of abundance. Rise above old patterns. That's kind of cool. I like it there, you guys. What do you think? Let's pull one more set of runes out. What's going on with Pisces? Crossroads. Well, that's a good one. You know, that's kind of freedom. The crossroads represents freedom. What's going on with Pisces? The waves. Okay, the waves is in reverse. That's all right. It's still water, and you know, and water gets through what it needs to get through. And then you have the flight rune in reverse. So when I see runes in reverse, like this flight rune here, we'll just get right into it because I came right to it. You know, like this flight rune here in reverse is talking about stagnation. Okay, so make sure that, you know, it's okay to take a break, but you know, you don't want to keep keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect something to change. In other words, okay, so it warns against, you know, being caught in old patterns. So yeah, I think I said that in one of the cards. One of the cards said something like that. So yeah, just these are kind of like shadow cards too. This is saying to let go of what no longer serves you, Pisces. Get out of that old pattern and move into, you're going to anyway. You're going to. There's no question. I think that this is all in your head. And that's what you got to get over. Because, hey, I know this is a difficult situation. I do. But what you don't see here is that you are protected. So, yeah. And with the waves rune right here in reverse, it could be, it's not easy, you know. It's talking about having the strength to overcome this waviness. You know, when the waves rune is in reverse, it's talking about kind of like rough waters, like being tossed around, turbulence, resistance, fear of change. It's just kind of like backing this up over here. All right. And you know, hey, I see that right here. Look at this. You know, but you're getting out of that. You're walking out of that into calmer waters here, Pisces. I see the Six of Swords. So I mean, yeah. And then here with the crossroads, that's talking about freedom. That's talking about you know, choices and opportunities, and having the potential to choose your own destiny, the freedom to do what you want to do. So, you know, don't be afraid to change something, you know. Don't be afraid to do something new, all right? And don't be afraid of, you know, anything that, like a couple of these cards had sexuality on it, you know. It's like, don't be afraid don't let nothing hold you back, okay, Pisces? Gosh, I'm trying to put all this stuff into words. Just, yeah, just keep going with the flow and use your intuition, you know. This has been kind of rough. But, you know, the good news here is look at what's right here in the middle of the reading, Tiwaz, and that is victory and success. So, you know, I see nothing but good here. You know, I just see that all this stuff that's in your head, you know, which you have good reason to worry about. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that know in the back of your head that everything is all right and things are moving forward, so long as you just keep using common sense. And something here that you don't know is going to be very positive. You know, just like that Ten of Swords, you know, it looks like the Ten of Swords, but in reality, it's really the Ace of Wands. I mean, not the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands. In reality, it's the Ace of Wands. So, yeah. So anyhow, Pisces, I really think this is a pretty good reading. Just keep going with the flow, use your intuition, and know that you're protected. All right? All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow, all right? All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Pisces. Bye for now.